This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, January the 14th, 2015, and now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run at noon today. Still a slight northwesterly flow coming across the area, but temperatures are going to be starting their slow rise today and through the week and into the weekend. Highs today will be mainly in the 20s to around 30 degrees, partly to mostly sunny skies. Could see a few clouds early on in the eastern counties, and then mainly sunshine toward the afternoon hours. And then as we head along into Thursday, still a bit warmer. One system moves across the Great Lakes, another moves across the Gulf Coast region, and around here still remaining partly to mostly sunny with highs in the upper 20s through the 30s, maybe a couple low 40s in the southwestern counties. We'll see some 30s and 40s as we move into Friday. No cold air around, mainly across the Great Lakes in the northeast is where the cold air will be, mainly warm elsewhere across the country. As we move into Saturday, this is where the changes will start. You can see a system moving across the northern tier of the country. That's going to drag a cold front down late in the day on Saturday, so we still could see readings in the 30s and lower 40s, but that will drop into the 20s to lower 30s here on Sunday as that system moves through. That system may bring a flurry or two, but it doesn't look like a lot of moisture is going to be available with that system. But then that cold air only lasts about a day and the temperatures are right back up again. Upper 20s through the 30s, maybe a few 40s again. It's all going to be dependent on how much snow cover we still have around as we go toward the end of the weekend and into early next week. And then we look ahead into Tuesday. You can see system is coming in and that's going to drag the cold air back down. This could bring us a little more light snow possibilities, a little bit of fluidity in this solution at this point. By next Wednesday, you can see if you look at the pattern, the flow is coming straight from the north and west through the plains and into the Great Lakes states. And that means the cold air is going to be coming back, but it's not truly Arctic cold yet. It's Canadian cold air, so this would bring temperatures down to a couple degrees below seasonal levels, mainly upper teens through the 20s, a few snow showers around. Bigger system will be along the east coast where they could see some rain along the coast and snow up in the mountains. Going into the extended period on the 25th, trough is moving through the Great Lakes. Flow is still coming out of the north and west, so that's going to keep the temperatures down. We have a system across the southern tier of the country over northern Old Mexico, west of El Paso. We'll have to watch that along the southern stream. But around here we'll have a frontal system coming in, and that could bring us a bit of snow. It's another one of these clipper type systems. We could have a couple of inches, or we could have a lot more than that. Still a little bit of fluidity in that. The end of the forecast, the 29th, look at the flow. It's coming straight from the north, straight across Canada and into the plains and into the Great Lakes. That means by the end of the month, we could be looking at another Arctic outbreak again. You can see a big high pressure coming into the United States from Canada. A couple of flurries around, but it looks like the cold air could be returning for another round as we move toward the end of January and maybe even the beginning of February. Looking at the satellite image from last evening, we had a storm just moving off the east coast. It brought a bit of wintry weather across the Carolinas. You'll see that with the watch warning map. A couple clouds across South Texas. The rest of the country is fairly quiet at this point. When we take a look now at the watch warning map from last evening, you can see a little bit of wintry weather across the Carolinas and Tennessee, a couple winter weather advisories, freezing rain advisories, some wintry weather across New Mexico and into Arizona, and fairly quiet elsewhere across the country at this point. The QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 6 o'clock shows nothing around here. Most of the moisture along the Gulf Coast, the Carolinas, and across the Pacific Northwest where they can get quite a bit of precipitation out there.